Hi lovelies, thanks for joining me and welcome to my channel. In today's video I get to play for the first time with the Natasha Denona Mini Glam Palette. Thank you for taking the time for tuning into this video today guys. My name is Ange. This is a friendly space for the mature woman where I share beauty and lifestyle tips and reviews. I believe that we can be fab over 50, so if you'd like to see more, please subscribe to my channel by clicking on the subscribe button down below. Now Natasha Denona, I really love her shadows. I think the quality of her shadows are amazing, and I particularly love the fact that she puts out the affordable little mini palettes. They retail for $25 US and in New Zealand they are $47. You can obtain these palettes from Sephora.com in the US and Natasha Denona's website, and in New Zealand you can get these from Sephora.nz. Now I have one other of her mini palettes, and that is the Mini Nude palette, and I really enjoy this palette as well. I've had lots of use from this palette, wearing it on an everyday basis. A really quick and easy palette to use. Now putting them side by side, the Mini Nude is more on the warm side and the Mini Glam is just a little bit cooler. Still neutral I think, but more on the cooler side compared to the Mini Nude. The Natasha Denona Mini Glam Palette is the ultimate on-the-go eyeshadow palette, presenting 3 brand new shades to create the perfect party look and glam day to night look, featuring cool toned neutrals and golden taupes in velvety matte and sparkly metallic shades. Golden Flesh is a gold, bronze, creamy and warmer shade to warm up the cool tones if needed. This shade exists already in the 28 eyeshadow palette Green Brown. Harlow is a creamy matte transition shade. It is cool toned. Anjo is a classic grey brown metallic shade, medium cool toned. Seed is a creamy dark matte shade, ultimate brown, and is already existing in the Beige eyeshadow palette, which is one of my favourites. Faye is metallic and sparkly, cool toned champagne shade, perfect to glam up the look. Now I've used this palette to create the eye look that I'm wearing at the moment, and as you will be able to see in the tutorial, it is very easy to blend, very blendable, very pigmented, and just a dream to use. I love the size of it, so even if I wanted to take both palettes away if I was traveling, then I have a more warm neutral type of mini palette and a cool neutral mini palette, and just perfect to just pop in a tiny little bag. So I think this is a perfectly curated little mini palette, and I think it is a perfect mix of mattes and metallics. So if you would like to see how I created this eye look using this cute little palette, just keep watching. So we have our little Natasha Denona Mini Glam Palette. This is my first time using it. I'm going to take a little bit of my Anastasia eye primer, and you only need a tiny little bit of this on your lid. Blend that with my Zoeva 142 Concealer Buffer Brush all over my lid. Okay, and if I'm doing this right, I'm going to go in with this shade here, which is Harlow, and I'm taking my Zoeva Luxe Eye Blender in 225. So taking Harlow with my Zoeva brush, and I am just going to start in the outer portion of my eye outer corner, blending out and up and taking that across into the upper portion of my eyelid. This is a shade that's very close to my natural skin colour. And just slowly building that up for a nice soft transition area in my upper portion of my brow or eyelid area, trying to create that illusion of a bigger eye for me because I have those hooded eyes. And taking that right into the inner portion of the eye as well, but just doing the old window shield wiper action, little circular motions to just buff that out. It is super hot here today. Crazy weather. It was 30 degrees. I think it's Celsius today. 30 degrees today. Very hot. Very melty weather, especially a woman of my age. I just melt in the hot weather these days. And 30's just is really uncomfortable. And as I'm not filming in my bedroom, there is no air conditioning here. I thought about filming in the family room, but the air conditioner is overhead and it would have played havoc with the recording or the audio, so I am sitting in a hot little room doing my makeup for the first time ever in the evening. Okay, so that's the first colour. I'm going to try my luck. It's probably not the best idea, but I'm going to try this colour here called Anjo, and I'm just going to, it is a shimmer shade, but I'm going to try that in the, I might try a different, I'm going to take my Wayne Goss number 18 brush for that and just tap that in the outer edge of my eye. Scoot my mirror a bit closer. And just tap that in and take that into my crease, just around my eye ball, feeling the shade, feeling the contour of my eyeball with the brush, with that shade. I wouldn't normally do this with a shimmer shade, but I just want to try it. I'm going to take this darker shade, which is Seed. This is a matte shade, and I'm just going to build up on that metallic shade I've just laid down. So I'm going to tap that in the outer corner of my eye, layering it over the top of what we've just done, blending it into the middle, and then just sweeping that across. So just small circular motions, then blending it with the window shield motion, little circular on the outside, blending it in. And that is that darker shade. Taking a flat little shader brush, I'm taking the Morphe 167 brush, and I'm going to take the colour Golden Flesh, and I'm going to pop that on my lid. The thing with the Natasha Denona metallics is that they are beautifully shimmery and metallic and pigmented right off the bat with the brush. No need to wet your brush at all. I'm really liking this. They're a very easy palette to create different looks. You could do one shadow looks or two shadow looks. Just going to take that Wayne Goss brush and just mesh those two colours together, deepen that up just a bit in the outer corner. Wow, really do like that very much. I'm going to take a little no name, I believe this is a Morphe brush, and I'm going to take the pale shimmer shade Fate and just pop that in my, these are very creamy, these shimmers, very creamy, and just pop that in the inner corner. Taking a Morphe M574 little pencil brush, and I'm going to take that middle taupey shimmer shade and just run that under my eye. Then just tapping a little bit into the dark brown shade and just popping that in the very outer under corner, or outer V actually, just upper, lower. Very much like that, really do. So I'm going to go back in with my first blending brush and just, I might even take that first neutral shade that's very much like my skin shade and just soften those edges. Okay, I'm going to add my NARS black eyeliner on my waterline. A dark brown, this is the Colourpop Cream Gel Liner in Brouhaha, and I might just add that to my under eye, lower lash line. Okay guys, so that's the finished look using the Mini Glam palette. I am really happy with that. I think it's a beautiful look. I've popped on some dramatic lashes, which I got from our New Zealand equivalent to what I believe is the dollar store. These cost me $2 New Zealand dollars, and for $2 I am super happy with them. Quite dramatic, and it's definitely hit and miss in those stores as to what lashes you can get. Some of them look terribly not my cup of tea. These are quite dramatic, but I still think they look okay for the price. So the Natasha Denona Mini Glam Palette, I'm really happy with the look that I created. I'm glad I've now done this tutorial because I think it is a palette that I will reach for quite often. The Mini Nude palette is a palette that I use quite a bit for an everyday look, so this palette will be a go-to as well. If you enjoyed that, guys, I would really appreciate it if you could give this video a thumbs up. And I'd love to hear from you if this is a palette that you have picked up. I think it is a great way to sample the Natasha Denona quality shadows, and this did not disappoint, especially with the shimmer shade. Please don't forget to leave me a comment down below. Please let me know if you've used this palette, if you have this palette, and if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please click on the subscribe button down below. I would love to see you back. I hope you've all had a beautiful and a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you next time. See you later, guys. Bye.